Hi everybody, Joe for Jaspy's CaseBreaks.com coming at you with Jaspy's 2+2+2 baseball mixer. Pick your team number 3. No vet commons shipped. These are the boxes involved right here, and if you follow the instructions, you got a chance at a big bunch of break credit. The next 222 break is in the store right now. Same conditions, same break credit conditions, and I think we could run one more after that. So I feel like people have been liking this little configuration here. Thanks everyone for making it happen. Brett, last spot mojo with the Royals. Thanks everyone for getting in. All right, we'll start with a couple heritage boxes first. That's the kind of stuff that we're looking for. A couple heritage boxes and a couple Donruss boxes, and we'll finish it off with a couple Series 2 boxes. Oh, that's gone. Oh, he caught it. What a catch by Michael Tauchman. Rob's Freddie. Yeah, that's where we need a fan to get up, and it's already in the seats. Yeah, half of Tauchman's body was over the wall. Yeah, I was kind of all over the place. I saw that. I totally forgot about that, too. PCA and Javier Baez traded for each other. Now they're both starting the All-Star game. In the outfield, too. I was kind of one of the, I saw that posted last night, and I was like, yeah, that totally slipped my mind. If someone told me that 4 or 5 years later that those two guys would be starting outfield, would be in the starting outfield, I'd have been like, no way. Oh, that was kind of a cool shot in the Dodger game on TV. What was that for? No, they showed a shot in the Dodgers dugout of them with a ball that they were authenticating for some reason, and I saw a good example. But you know those hologram stickers they use for MLB? They pretty much had a roll of these, and they were like 2 each, and they're just on a roll. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. All right, let's go. We'll do left, center, right randomizers on those. We'll do left, right randomizers on that. There's Roki Sasaki. That'll be for Austin and the Dodgers. And here's a Julio Rodriguez. Different parallel there.
Sounds like someone's creating his new munchie meal.
Wait, did you just appear whenever somebody says munch?
Oh, is that weird? It's T-Pain's new tater melt munchie meal.
In a Jurassic World, every Jeep vehicle is Jurassic ready. Experience healthy and freedom for all. Unsurpassed towing, no matter what it is. Or a third row to fit in all the adventure. Jeep, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Even a blind squirrel gets a nut, Rex, as they say. Even a blind squirrel will find a nut.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. If your long-term disability claim was denied, listen closely. You may be able to recover money. Unum is one of the largest disability insurance carriers, and companies you know like Colonial Life, New York Life, and National Life Group are all part of the Unum family. Unum was fined millions for wrongly denying claims. You may be owed compensation. Let us help you get through the appeal process. Call Soccer Ball 800-568.
And here's your relic clubhouse collection, Christian Yelich. It's going to go to Jared and the Brew Crew. Gavin Sheets, 99. That'll be randomized to the winner of rate credit.
We're back with Jacks, as in 3 jumbo jacks. Dustin May with 7 strikeouts in 5 innings. So go to Jack the Box in Los Angeles tomorrow, followed by Lauren Frank to get a free jumbo jack thanks to D. May. Pitch of the inning. Lined it up by the Freeman's low. A diving stop at first by Freddie. Duck mark another one. True professional. Give a home run, Rob.
Another heritage.
Take your bat into the field, on your toes, the very first pitch of the next inning. Freddie with a very nice double saving play to keep a 0 up on the board. Now Brooks Baldwin. Ball on up and away. Mark that play and the Conforto play. Plays in back-to-back innings.
What do we have here? We got the Rex's Cubs walked it off in 10. 1-0 over the Guardians. Angels beat the Braves 5-1. Mets beat the Brewers 3-2. Blue Jays beat the Yankees 8-5. Nats beat the Tigers 11-7. Rockies beat the Astros 7-6. Marlins beat the Twins 4-1. They've been playing some good baseball, Marlins. Dodgers up 5-0 on the White Sox, and we're about 5 1/3 innings in, and Dustin May only just gave up his first hit. What a start! And the Giants are beating the Diamondbacks 6-1. Mariners have a run. Is that a Cal Raleigh solo homer? No. It is a Jorge Polanco solo homer, though. Yeah. Well, I don't know about perfect.
Yeah, he has no walks. Is that the first hit he just gave up?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it is. It was a perfect game. Wait, errors don't count?
Oh, there was an error?
There
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Someone reached on an error, I think.
Pause for May.
But Steven Nelson called it a perfect. Through however many.
That's 8 Ks right now.
Jeez. Dustin Mason might get to 3,000 in one night.
A lot swingier and a little tighter as far as the angle of the from the knee to the foot. But the one is a little tighter, a little bit more abrupt, up and down a little bit more, and less hip action with it. Good to see a little shorter, tighter kick. Now the third time through, starts with a backdoor sweeper called strike one for May against Mike Talkman. Fastball misses inside. May now up to 8 Ks in his evening. 5 of those have been 3-pitch strikeouts.
Oh, sorry, that was the White Sox that had the error. So yeah, it was perfect.
And there's another base hit for Ball hit.
Oh, come on, Teo.
Both White Sox take an extra base.
So will Kershaw sign another 1 year, or will he go to Texas? I don't even know if Kershaw knows that, Rex.
Take a look at this one with you. What happens with Teo out there? He just didn't get the glove down low enough. Thought it was going to stay up slightly and just off the fingers of the glove.
I think the general feeling, though, is that nice Jacob Wilson for Nick Stober in the. I think the general feeling is that he will either sign another 1 year deal or maybe just retire. I think there's something to be said about. I'm sure you've heard all the people talk about how, hey, he's the fourth player in history to reach 3,000 strikeouts with just one team. And I think there's something to that. You know, Kobe Bryant was a Laker his entire career. There's a Max Meyer to 150. So I think he's maybe at this stage of his career he starts thinking if he was going to go to the Rangers, I feel like it would have been, you know, a number of years ago. But there's a question mark on whether the Rangers would even, as Kershaw gets a year older and a year older and a year older, do left-right randomizers on that. I mean, there's a question of whether even the Rangers would sign Kershaw at this point.
Ball and 2 strikes. Sweeper.
All right, here's a Rangers relic, Marcus Semien. That's going to go to Eric Houston in the Rangers.
Deuces wild. May deals. May is flowing through the White Sox. 6 to shut out innings.
Dealing with a lot of guilt right now. We did something bad. For the kids. Right. You see that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? Guess how much we paid for that?
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale.
You're in the car.
Okay, thanks.
Feels so right. It almost feels wrong. A Hyundai Getaway sales event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Santa Fe models today.
It's crispy chicken.
I mean, who knows? There's a chance that
It's crispy chicken.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea.
Chickens from Taco Bell.
I mean, it's even hard to speculate too at this stage of his career. Because like retirement's an option too. I mean, if someone guaranteed me that Kershaw would pitch another 4 or 5 seasons, then I'd be like, yeah, I could see him do the last couple of years in Texas. Yeah, but then there's a question of, does Texas want to put him in the rotation at that age? And you know, if Kershaw wins a World Series this year, maybe he could physically pitch another 2-3 years, but maybe he's like, hey, I got another World Series. I was able to contribute in the World Series. He wasn't able to last year. You know, maybe he'll be like, yeah, I'm good. You know, I'm going to call it. I don't think there's another major record for him to chase. Because I feel like if he got a World Series ring but didn't get 3,000 for whatever reason, you know, maybe he's thinking, I'll stay another season. I don't know. We'll see. Pee-wee Reese to 79. Mike Schmidt, 149.
Continue fattening up in this portion of the schedule. So far, they've won 9 of the last 11 games against the Nationals, the Rockies, the Royals.
And there's our autograph, Kyle Teal for the White Sox. We're watching right now. Part of the big Garrett Crochet deal. It's going to go to Eric Houston and the White Sox. Supposed to be one of their big prospects there. Here's a Ryan Clifford artist proof to 25. We got Luke Keyshaw, Jersey Kings. Yosuar Gonzalez, 77 out of 199 for the Giants. That's going to be Jorge.
I gotta stay closed. But if you overdo it, subconsciously you know you're so closed that you're not gonna be able to swing the bat very well. So you open up early, and now your brain, between conscious and unconscious,
Minnesota's going to be Jorge.
fitting together. And it's like, well, I'm opening up too soon, so I gotta stay closed a little longer, and I'm gonna do this. You gotta have what's real and what's feel.
Looked up some current records players getting beat this year. All right, Rex, give it to us. They better be good ones. Bobby Witt Jr. seeking his third consecutive 30 season, only a feat only check that. Bobby Witt Jr. seeking his third consecutive 30 season, a feat only achieved by Barry Bonds. Really?
It's not good in that area no matter what.
I guess consecutive. Okay. Huh.
After a painful second strike, he's ready to go. Alexander's gonna keep Edmund honest at first base.
Although now that the emphasis on stealing bases has come back again, I wonder if that record doesn't become as noteworthy.
2 pitch rushing. Strikes out swinging. Gilbert now in the game, the final line is 12.
I guess that includes even back in the day, people stole more. All right, that's interesting.
93 pitches.
Cal Ripken to 149. There's to 199 milestones. Trevor Hoffman.
Miguel Rojas. Tommy Edmund gets thrown out. That's your batting order. That's not a bad equation as far as risk reward about running now. The other thing that happened is Rojas is probably going to get some strikes because they don't want to pitch to Ohtani.
Colt Emerson to 199. And Griff O'Farrell. Orioles. That's for Kevin.
Early on in the ninth spot wasn't doing much at all, and Ohtani was having some
Colt Emerson will be for Rex and the Mariners. It's to 199. All right, one more Donruss box, and then we're into the series 2.
and that's why his RBI total didn't go up. As you mentioned, that Ohtani is not getting very high. Got as many solo shots. The guys at 7, 8, 9 are getting on.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, way too early to even talk about that. Rex. Bobby Witt Jr. Hall of Fame numbers. I feel like, unless he's not doing something historically special, like Mike Trout did, just knocking out MVP after MVP, you know, early on in his career, you know, Shohei Ohtani, you know, that kind of thing. Bobby Witt Jr. is incredible, is very, very good, but I don't know. You're gonna have to, most players, you know, Pete Crow Armstrong included, Rex, feel like you're gonna have to wait like at least 10 seasons before you're even seeing if he's got the numbers, the trajectory to get there. You would love to see an insert set of Hall of Fame bound NBA players in their 5th season. You know why no one's gonna do it? Because they're gonna get trolled big time when they're like, I can't believe you thought that guy was gonna be a Hall of Famer. No, I don't think the manufacturers would be would have the guts to do that. Only to be ridiculed like 10 years later. Frankly, I don't think even, you know, baseball stats guys, prognosticators, you know, forecasting, projections guys would even be bold enough to put a serious stamp on. There might be players to monitor. You know, and sometimes it's a disservice to like players to put that kind of weight on them.
Widest spray pattern we've seen from the first 2 pitches in the
Well, that
timing
Rookie of the Year's contention is completely different, right? If you're talking about predicting one season,
level on the mound.
that's a lot easier to project than like, you know, than an entire career. You know, to project like 10, 11, 12, 15, 20 seasons and then apply like Hall of Fame credentials on that.
What a ratio. Ball strike ratio.
So it's a lot different, I think.
Four-seam fastball. The league is now hitting 3 for 51, which is
It's like I feel more confident predicting like, hey, this guy could be an MVP next year as opposed to a Hall of Famer 15, 20 years from now. So that degree of difficulty is much higher.
15 strikeouts.
I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there who's making predictions.
Ball one on Miguel Vargas, who has gone ice cold. The White Sox of late. High in the air, right to center.
Braden Montgomery to 149. Although I could see someone like, you know, on like social media or something like that, make like 1,000 predictions and then slowly start deleting tweets
Have a happy flight.
It's a getaway night game.
and then be like, oh, see, I got that. Remember, I put that on X 10 years ago. I was totally right.
Inching closer.
Hey, nice Chase Dollander, rated prospect autograph. Kevin and the Rockies.
To leave the top offense. The Dodgers. Go to an offensive part.
One of their top pitching prospects.
Kyle Teal has struck out twice already tonight against Dustin May. 2 of his 9 so far.
Bryce Matthews to 99.
May is 1
And James Tibbs, Jersey Kings
matching his career best.
to 99.
Just 10. Did that back in
Giants, he was part of the Devers deal.
a long and bumpy road it has been for the right-hander. He is not back for him, and tonight he frankly looks better than ever.
He really does. Right now he's struggling a little bit with the rhythm of his kick leg and a little bit of spinning action. That's why he's missing arm side
That's
high.
Craig Biggio to 199.
It's just kind of spinning out there. So it's just a little timing issue.
3-2.
That's for Rex and the Astros. And Nick Stober has the Dylan Cruz.
Out twice. Walks him on 4 pitches. That's the way first signs of frustration. What do you make of the body language there? How did you interpret that?
Yeah, he's just kind of coaching himself up. Like he was talking about like where his weight is over his back leg and as he moves forward toward the plate.
It's a Noble Meyer to 99. Marlins.
They put in
Jorge.
his toolbox that he can use out in the middle of the game.
Don Mattingly, milestone 67 out of 99.
Stretch because there's less movement
Yankees,
parts.
I'll be for Nick.
You
There's
use
Matt Shaw to
build
199.
more power and it takes less effort as you build that power on your arm.
I'm going to spend some time with Dr. JD this week. I don't know who that is.
Keep them close.
Who's Dr. JD?
Because of that, you're moving a little less and you're already trying to
By the way, folks, for this 4th of July weekend that's coming up, please do not blow your fingers off.
So you don't have a lot of movement once you move.
Ground ball to the middle, but Edmund is waiting there.
It's just a public service announcement from Jaspy's.
Gone 7 innings in a start.
Here's to 149, Jimmy Rollins and Carter Holton.
7th inning stretch.
Braves. It's going to be for Barry.
Trusted mattress store.
California dreaming. It's something Sit and Sleep has helped more Southern Californians do than any other mattress store. During our Independence Sale, save up to $1,000 on select mattresses.
When every seat feels like the best seat, there's no
Spencer Jones. I thought that might be number, but it still looks nice.
a car that doesn't make you feel like a priority.
Kobe Mayo to 250.
At the Lexus Motor Opportunity Sales event, get offers on select models.
Get summer ready at Verizon. All new and existing customers get iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence.
You know, Michael, he was perfect. It was the White Sox that had the error.
And only Verizon gives you a 3-year price guarantee on any plan. That's right.
All right.
16 Pro on us. And a 3-year price lock guarantee. Only with Verizon.
Is Dr. JD, is Jack Daniels a doctor? And some Coke? I'm not sure if you want to mix those two, Rex. That would dissolve in the in the mixture pretty quickly, and might be a waste of your time and money. All right, Series 2 boxes.
Coming around on Freddie Freeman's second. Run, two, and go.
Ooh, that's gone. Mookie. Is Jack Daniels a I'm not following this line of this bit here, Rex. Is Jack Daniels a doctor? It's Shane Boss to 2025 and Casey Schmidt to 74. I've never referred to Jack Daniels as a doctor. I don't get that bit. And here's Michael McGreevy, piece of the jersey for the Cardinals. That's going to go to Jorge. I'm not sure if Jack Daniels and cocaine would even help. I I think rest is probably better for me.
2 gone in the 7th. Pitches for Tyler Gilbert. Will Venable takes the ball, makes a pitching change. 2 outs, the base is empty. Come back after this break to watch Teoscar Hernandez.
Behold my jackrabbits. 100% all white meat grilled or crispy chicken. Lettuce, cheese and sauces, and a warm tortilla for $3.29. And they're under 400 calories. So if your goal this year was to save money and eat healthy-ish, we got you.
Make every summer adventure unforgettable in a new Chevy. It all starts at the 4th of July event at your Southern California Chevy dealers. With big savings on the lineup of affordable and capable SUVs. Plus, dependable and powerful trucks. The celebration is on. Don't miss the 4th of July event. Now, during the 4th of July event, get big cashback, low APR financing, or great lease deals. Together, let's drive at your Southern California Chevy dealers.
On a distant world, darkness marched ever closer. In the hour,
All right, another Roki Sasaki base card for Austin.
and all the while, you were vacuuming. Oh, there's more to imagine when you listen.
Right now at the Home Depot. Shop 4th of July savings on Samsung.
Oh, nice. 3 out of 99 Summer Superstars Riley Green.
Super speed. Ranked #1.
Eric Houston and the Tigers.
That was easy.
All-Star.
Free delivery now at the Home Depot.
Silver pack. Could be autoed.
Starting tomorrow. Stay for the post-game fireworks July 4th. We'll have you cooking.
Could be autoed. Jackson Merrill. Jared. Picked up the Padres straight up.
This game and then start up against the Astros.
Nice.
Teoscar Hernandez back to the plate for a 4th time. In the 5th, the base hit by Rojas at 3rd.
All right, one more box.
1,000 in the big leagues. It's the new right-hander, Dan Altavia. Being a right-hander, he's 14 appearance. He is the reliever that hit Mookie Betts in the hand last Father's Day. Sent Betts to the injured list with a broken hand. Betts obviously will not see him here in the 7th. He just hit a solo home run. First since the 8th of June. Strikeouts last night, 1,000 hits tonight. Lots of celebration for that. Was it something in the thousands? We don't know.
We're talking about Rex, you and I were talking about that Hall of Fame thing earlier. I pulled up. This is why, it's way too early to even talk about Bobby Witt Jr. being a Hall of Famer. We're looking at Francisco Lindor's number, and he's only 11th in his 11th season. He has 1,500 hits. Probably have to play another 10 more seasons at this clip to get to 3,000. Has not won a MVP. Has been top 3 once in MVP voting. Some gold gloves, some silver sluggers. Not a lot of bold numbers out there. He's sitting at a nice wins above replacement at 52.8. But, everyone's going to regard him as a really, really good player. But still borderline whether he's going to end his career with some Hall of Fame numbers. So, That should kind of put things into perspective.
Now she's taking her time having a good time. Celebrate 20 years of good times at Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Morongo, good times. Holiday is coming July 8th to the 11th with great deals on whatever you can name to plus the movie.
Lindor's got a lifetime 270. 3,000 hits would help. He's mostly played at shortstop, so maybe you wouldn't need that many more home runs to maybe get him in consideration with some of the others. Be cool to see if he like knocked out a. Cool to see him knock out an MVP season. I think that would be a big help. Here's a Eguy Rosario to 76. Nice stars and stripes for 4th of July weekend.
Celebrate Independence Day with the boys in blue at Dodger Stadium on Friday, July 4th.
Padres, that'll be for Jared.
It's the perfect way to kick off your holiday weekend with thrilling Dodger baseball, a true American pastime.
And a Kobe Mayo rookie autograph.
Stay is Dodger Stadium lights up
Kevin with the O's.
4th of July fireworks display. Don't miss this special celebration at the ballpark. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. Esteury Ruiz making his Dodger debut, taking over for Teoscar Hernandez in right field. Ruiz was recalled from Oklahoma City. Max Muncy hitting the injured list with that left knee bone bruise. 26-year-old. He was traded for him back at the beginning of April. Deal with Oakland. The focus is Dustin May, pitching in the 8th inning as a starter for the first time in his major league career.
Max Muncy, it's a bone bruise. Looked like it could have been worse.
Multiple surgeries, having the healthiest year of his career, most innings pitched in his career. Now
Here's Trevor McDonald to 150. Giants. It's going to go to Jorge.
Sends a base hit to center field to lead things off. Just the third White Sox hit of the ballgame.
So we know the pitch count is completely under control. The thing that is being stretched is the number of times you have to get loose, going in, sitting down, watching the offense perform. Then
Yeah,
coming
the up
back and
downs.
getting loose. That's
Getting
part
loose.
of endurance also, not just the pitch count.
They facing the bottom of the order here. 7, 8, 9. Rojas is on, and now Brooks Baldwin. The 8th spot. Just only the 80th pitch thrown so far by May.
It's a 2025 of Logan Driscoll.
Bunted foul, strike 2. Uh-oh, before the game, you were predicting that May was going to put that last start in Kansas City behind him. Shortest start of the season. First time he didn't go at least 5. And he's proven you right.
Well, they put the work in. The pitching department and Dustin put the work in and some side works. He's come out here with way better rhythm. We've hammered that topic. And I think also
Can you play okay with a bone bruise? Is it just a tough it out situation? Well, in this case, no.
getting his hand
Because Max Muncy's going to be out at least 6 weeks.
so that as he takes his
He was put on the IL today. I feel like
there's nothing at the very end that
it was a knee bone bruise.
or yanks or doesn't believe it's good.
Maybe there are other bone bruises in other areas where you can tough it out. But it sounds like, the bone bruise on the knee, and that's not something you're going to be able to tough out.
All of a sudden get what he wants, and it's not always the result of what does the hitter do. It's the result of what's coming out of his hand and where it's landing.
All right, Bo Jackson at the end. And there you go, folks. That's the break. Let's do some randomizing.
Trying to frame up strike 3, didn't get the call.
Do some randomizing. All right. So we're going to go to random.org. We're going to get a few lists here.
Here we are in the eighth. He's only had
One I need for the left-right randomizers.
That shows you how good the spray pattern has been and his consistency.
And this one's the left-right-center randomizer.
Another one, too.
And then here's the big one here.
Weeks on the Rockies after all. This one's gonna go. Baldwin wins the battle against me.
Let's sort this by column A. By your first names, and we're going to see who gets entry. So Austin 1-2, he gets an entry for break credit. Barry bought 2, he gets an entry. Eric with 5, but for the purpose of the promo, 4, 2 entries. Jared 4, 2 entries. Jorge with 8, that's 4 entries. Kevin with 4, that's 2 entries. Nick got 3, but for the purpose of the promo, that's 2 teams, 1 entry, and Rex got 2 teams, 1 entry. Alright, so let's make sure I got everybody. Got Austin, Barry, Eric, Jared, Jorge, Kevin, Nick, and Rex. Alright, name on top gets the break credit and those non-baseball, like John Adams, like the non-baseball heritage cards. Alright, 1 dice roll for 3 lists. It's going to be 5 and a 1, 6 times each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 1. So right side teams we'll get these cards right here, and then we'll go left, right, and center. 5 and a 1, 6 times.
Friends went down to Mexico for some legendary wings. They haven't found them, but what they did find
And a 1, 6th and final time. That'll go to the right side players right here.
find your own way.
Right there, right side. And then the break credit plus all the... This is the big one here. Good luck. 5 and a 1, 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 1. 6th and final time. It's going to be Jorge with $500 of break credit going your way. Congrats to you. It never expires. We're going to send it to your email. You don't have to use it all at once. And hey, thank you for getting in. I'm Joe for JaspysCaseBreaks.com. Thanks everybody for making it happen. I guess quick little recap here. Some nice stuff. We got another 2-2-2, 2 plus 2 plus 2 baseball mixer in the show right now with, and we got a bunch of numbered cards right here too, with another $500 break credit. So get after it. I'm Joe, and I'll see you next time for the next break. Bye-bye.